Hey guys, it's Bella's Farm Life, and today we will be going to feed my baby calf. So I just filmed the video before this one. I don't know which one's going to be posted first, but go check it out. If you're seeing this one, go check my Crafty Story video out, and if you're seeing Crafty Story, you're probably coming and checking this video out from there. So let's get going up this hill, and we have the monster, Squeak. He is in a stall right now because his pen is filled with snow taller than he is. So we're gonna do his stall quickly. I'm gonna show you guys what that entails, what I do for that. Just literally like the whole 9 yards. There is something over here that has dropped. I don't know what that is. Okay. Want to make sure I didn't drop his grain. All right, so I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you guys how I do this. So this is Squeak's grain bin. It is labeled with my name so nobody else uses it. Right here is his grain scoop. So he gets grain 3 times a day for the most part. And I give him about that much each time, maybe a little bit more. So set that there. Make sure I close this. I don't really like leaving it open in case water or something gets in there. And now we're gonna go into his stall. This is gonna be a lot harder to do now that I have the camera. So here he is. Hello, Squeak. Give him his grain. Push it back in that corner. There he is eating his grain. He has a blanket on, yes. I know for those of you that know me, you know I treat him kind of like a horse, but that's his blanket. Now, this is all just from one night, this poop and pee and everything. So I gotta clean this all out. Alrighty, so I clean out his stall while he's eating his grain because it distracts him. So I have this big red pail here and our pitchfork, and I just go through and pluck everything that's wet out of here. It might take a little, so I'll probably put you guys in time lapse for a second, but let's get going. So I don't know if you guys saw how perfect that timing was, but right when I finished his stall, he came up ready because he's done with his grain. So now I have to give him water, and I'm gonna put some bedding in there. So take you guys along with me for that as well. So I'm filling up his bucket. I already rinsed it. This isn't the bucket he drinks out of. The bucket he drinks out of is obviously a lot cleaner and everything. Not that this one isn't, but it's just a lot of a bigger bucket and everything. So that's the one I use. I just fill this one up and walk it over there because the one I have in his stall has a clip on it, and when it's heavy, sometimes I can't get the clip open. So I just use this bucket to fill, and then I go in, pour it, blah, 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 blah. So it's just kind of filling up right now. I'll fill it up all the way, or walk it over there, and I'll show you guys me pouring it in and everything. Then we're gonna go grab his bedding, and then he'll be all set. Alrighty guys, I'm in here. There's Squeak, and I'm gonna put the water into his bucket. Oh boy, cute footage. Adorbs. Oh my god, the sound, that's so funny. All right guys, here we go. This is gonna be a lot harder to do, especially since he's kind of temperamental. So you're gonna have a weird angle for a few seconds. Watch out. He's gonna try to escape. There we go. The usual. Now we fill up his bucket. All right, there we go. All right, his bucket's all filled. There's a bit of hay in it already because he's already licking it, and this one. All right. He's in a pretty good mood today. So now I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go get his bedding to lay out in there, and then we're gonna go get some hay for him. Sound good, Squeak? This video is a little bit atrocious because it's kind of like all over the place. my dad. The video is a little bit atrocious because it's kind of just all over the place right now. But I am going to get the bedding. Squeak is a little bit temperamental, so it does get a bit hard to film sometimes. So he just needs like a scoop of bedding. That's about it from the bedding area. That's really all he needs. I just fluff it out and around, and then it'll be all done and good. So I'm not really getting full scoop since I'm holding you guys, so I'm going back like 3 times. But like I said, I just spread it around where he lays, because other than that, he doesn't need bedding, because all he does is poop in it and blah blah blah. So I use the straw for where he poops and the shavings for where he lays, because the shavings are a bit more comfortable, and I have a lot more shavings than I have straw. So boom, done with that. Gonna grab him a flaky flake of hay, which is right here. Like I said, this video is a bit on the tough side to film. So he's just getting like a small flake for now. And then a bit later, he'll get a nice big giant flake of hay. I'm thinking that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll give him a nice big flake right now, actually. And then he'll also get a big flake later. That's normally what I do anyway, but I was contemplating because I gave him, he got hay this early this morning. Because like I said, he gets fed quite a bit during the day. So now we're gonna walk back with the hair in my mouth. Ew. We're gonna walk back, put this in his stall, and then he'll be all set to go for the day. This is, like I said, my daily routine for Squeak. So I do this every day. Probably more of an efficient way, but I didn't find it yet. All right, guys, now we have to move the, okay, there we go. Now we have to move the shavings right into here. So let's get that done quickly. All right, I'm gonna move you guys right over here for a second. And we're gonna bring the wheelbarrow in with him right here. So I'm coming in here. Throw him his hay in his corner, and now scoop it around. Now I've done that. Alright. So now I'll show you guys what it looks like before a bit. So this is before I've laid everything out. Next week is his lime week, so we lay lime down and sterilize it, and he gets turned up into the indoor. I was gonna do that today, but unfortunately there's quite a few people here, and I can't really mix the cow with the horses. So, I'm gonna take this, throw this away, put that in his bin. All right, so he's pretty much all set. I'm gonna scrape some of this hay back in the front, because this is all good hay right here. And I kind of put this in the door as like a little bit of a door block for him. because he does like to push stuff under the door. So I've been training him to not kick and stuff when you tap his butt. He has a bad habit of it. So I've been trying not to get him to do that. I'm gonna pull his blanket for today. It's pretty warm out. Hopefully the snow will melt. And he'll be able to go back to living outside. All right, so there we go. His blanket is now off. So he's all set. I'll show you guys what he's doing right now. He's currently eating his delicious hay. There he is. So the really cool thing about Squeak is if you see this little sash he has right here, his mother, which is also my cow, has the same exact marking. Obviously not exactly the same, but they both have the saddle sash, I call it. He's a very good cow too. You can see how chunky he is. He's a chunky chunk. His belly comes all the way down into here, so he's big. So that's Squeak for you. He's a big monster, pretty much. He's a friendly giant for now. We had him castrated very, very early, so I don't see him being a problem. He didn't have time for his hormones and everything to kind of run through his body, so I wouldn't see why he would be a jerk, but you kind of never know. So like I said, this video is fairly terrible, just with a lot of ruckus, and it's hard to film when you're doing chores and stuff. So I appreciate you if you watched this whole mess, but I think it's gonna come out okay. I don't think it's gonna be terrible. All right, except for these parts where I'm trying to fix my tripod and it's just falling apart on me. All right. Hey, okay. So I'll probably just do my outro here. So thank you for watching. If you watch this video, subscribe, like this video, check out my Instagram and TikToks, which are both Bella's Farm Life. And me and Squeak say goodbye. He's wagging his tail. His butt says bye. His face says food. But he's eating, so I doubt he's gonna pay attention to us. So yeah, thank you for watching this chaotic video. I hope you enjoyed it.